Hello everyone, hope that you are well and welcome to today's cryptocurrency technical analysis where we have a really nice relaxing range right now. You almost caught me falling asleep at the start of that video. That music was making me drowsy, as well as the Bitcoin chart. We know we're just forming this almost symmetrical triangle-like pattern. We are really, slowing down a little bit here on the Bitcoin chart, which is no real massive surprise. We had an absolutely massive move, obviously, a few days ago, and now we're entering a period of consolidation. You're seeing some pretty big moves. Obviously, Ethereum actually is moving up quite heavily. So Ethereum at the moment looking pretty bullish, no? Bitcoin, pretty much sideways, nothing that really massively exciting. But, you see some of the altcoins. I mean, obviously, mainly Ethereum, pretty much just Ethereum. But Ethereum obviously leading the show right now, while the rest of the altcoin market is fairly sideways. And Bitcoin definitely sideways. But Ethereum, the star of the show, I think it's safe to say. I might be like, Daniel, you have no hat on. What is going on? Where's your hat? Yeah, I've got no hat right now. This one's going to be pretty chill today, pretty relaxing. I have to start off with some really good news. If you've been following well, you'd have had to have followed Chart Champions for at least 1 year. But if you've been a member or like a follower for over a year now, you will know that we have not been on Twitter. I have some very cool news for you this morning, and that is we are back. We are back on Twitter. Obviously, the account got suspended nearly a year ago, and hey, you can't silence the champ. We are back, which was a pleasant surprise. Thought all was done for, and then yeah, we got it back. So yeah, I'm gonna say if you want to give us a follow over on that. Yeah, the last tweet coming up nearly a year ago, and then we got absolutely randomly banned, like banned for no reason at all. Literally just talking about trading, and we got banned for it, or like suspended, because now we are back on Twitter, which is really good. Personally, I kind of like Twitter, I think Twitter is one of the best platforms to like interact with supporters or just people in general, I suppose. No, it's the platform where you can interact with people the easiest. You know, Instagram, you can't really do it very well. YouTube, only when you're live. Instagram, I mean, Twitter is obviously the best place to go back and forth with people, ask questionnaires and do things like that, get polls underway. So I'm pretty content to have this back. And I honestly was just totally not even expecting it. And so for it to just come back like that is just, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. So yeah, we are back on the good old Twitter after nearly a year out of that. So yeah, that actually made me really happy this morning. Well, last night actually it come back. It made me very happy indeed. So, very, very, very good. And in terms of Bitcoin, I mean, I think it's fairly simple what we have going on right now. And this is why I don't think, you know, the title of the video is like you literally, you can just chill right now. Okay. You can literally just chill, because what we have going on right now, we have this bit of a symmetrical triangle forming now, where we have really made our first low, that first high. Then we made a higher low, we made a lower high. And now we're going to be searching for the potential higher low to put in another potential lower high before we get our bigger break. Yeah. We're going to be looking for this to really get a bigger break. And if we look at this, you know, standardly, again, we don't expect this to trade with perfection, but it can give a pretty good outline. Again, we wouldn't, I mean, personally, I wouldn't even trade the symmetrical triangle breakouts, but it's good to be aware of where the targets are. If you break to the upside, you're obviously looking back towards $61,000. And if this breaks to the downside, then we would be looking towards 50,500-ish, 50,400. Again, you have to look at this as a very big region, yeah? You have to look at it as a region. But, yeah, we have a region of resistance should we break this to the upside, which is going to be around 61,000. And if we break to the downside, we have a region of around 50,500, let's say. And I think that right now we have a very relaxing, chilled out style of trading for Bitcoin, which in my opinion is trading a range. Surprise, surprise. You know, I'm kind of the range guy now. I think I might get a name for myself of being the range guy. You know, I just love to trade ranges. This range that I've been trading now is the same range as the exact time when we put in the first low. So if you can remember, what happened on this chart is we originally bounced off the CC, yeah? So how this actually played out, we went from the low to the high, and we bounced off the CC. And you all know that well, myself and a few others took longs off that CC. And really, we were identifying pretty early on, okay, as soon as we hit the CC, that resistance is kind of come in at around $57,000. Okay, so the range is literally from that original CC, which is obviously around $53,000 to $57,000. And this is the range identified and traded over the last few days. So we really have this coming on from around 57, yeah, to around, well, we can arguably say 53, but obviously the lower the CC is giving us a pretty good base. Okay, and now we, you know, I honestly feel this is, if you want a relaxing style of trading, like literally where you can just enter a position and chill, you really, really do have it. So naturally, obviously, you know, I suppose it's obvious, and it might not be to everybody, but I'm in a short. Why? Pretty easy, actually. We hit 57k last night, and that was the top of the range. You also had a few different factors of confluence here, primarily that you had the NPOC actually at 57k as well. That was identified earlier yesterday, around 10 a.m. You have more than one reason to short at 57k, no? Top of the range, 50, you know, NPOC that had formed again. You know, what more really do you want? Obviously, you had the 886 here. You couldn't have breached it much higher, but you went right into the 886. So, you know, that's my thought process on this one. Also today, of course, you had a CCV setup, which is another considered bearish setup now. Well, obviously, it's context dependent. Some days it can be bullish, some days it can be bearish. But you literally hit the CCV target today to the absolute dollar, which was $54,329 to be precise. And the low here, well, 32, we missed by $3, but come on. We had a pretty much perfect CCV setup as well today. So you had, you know, you had quite a lot of reasons really to, well, I'm not going to say you had quite a lot. You just had a reason, you know, you had a sufficient reason to look for shorts now. And now, where you've completed the CCV setup. I know quite a lot of people traded this as well. There you go. That's what the first guy I see. CCV paid for 3 months of chart champions. So, you know, naturally there was that short position. Some other people taking around those shorts. But, yeah, really the main thing was that you had a CCV setup. You had the NPOC. You had the top of the range, 57K, you know. You just have to think, you know, I think the thing that I'm noticing a lot right now is over the last few days, really since we started, since we made the original drop, coming on 4 days ago, yeah. Over the last 4 days, we haven't really had a lot of trades. There really hasn't been many trades. Like yesterday, I think you had 1 or 2 trades at the most. And so to be like sat on Bitcoin and like looking at Bitcoin for you know 12 hours a day, it's honestly just a massive waste of time. Like you're not going to be a better trader, or you're not going to make better trades by just staring at Bitcoin for 12 hours in the day. Like you can make so much better use of your time. And in my opinion right now on Bitcoin, there really is not a lot of good trades. You are literally getting 1 or maybe 2 trades a day. I'm talking about day traders, yeah, even for day traders. I don't see many trades on this Bitcoin chart. Like you got literally 1 or 2 trades. And I'd say the number 1 is obviously trading this range. And you know, you know, there's no benefit. There's no benefit in spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours just looking at the Bitcoin chart and expecting there to be a trade suddenly appear. You know, you just don't have that. The environment is not for this. So you really have to be very, very patient if you want to trade the range 53 to 57K. And then you also got to be patient to give it time. Yeah, you don't want to get, what's the point in closing out early? Of course, I do think you could have hit a take profit 1. I mean, let's be honest, it's pretty obvious you'd have hit a take profit 1, whether you were playing off of the middle of the range around 55,000, or whether you were playing for the CCV setup, which was 54,329. And there you go, 54,000. This guy's basically long the low of the CCV. So there's obviously scalps to be had. You can trade it long. That's pretty much off the, yeah, you know, a few $100s above. But pretty much it looks like this guy, for example, Wade has longed the CCV target. So instead of shorting, oh, maybe he shorted it as well. I don't know, actually. But instead of, you know, surprise, surprise, Doltex with like the beast entries. But, you know, there's money to be made both sides of the market. Of course, you can make your shorts off the top of the range. Long, for example, the CCV target. I mean, this in its own has been a bounce of nearly 2%. So, of course, there's a long to be had there. But, you know, that could be classed as one of your trades a day. Like, longing the CCV target could be classed as one of the 2 trades a day. Shorting the CCV setup, longing the CCV target. Maybe it's the only trades you have today. Yeah, so that's kind of my opinion on Bitcoin. I'm still in a short. Okay, so I'm still in a short. And yeah. Is it possible we've put in our low today? And from here, it's plain sailing back up to the higher range. Of course, it's possible. Of course, it's absolutely possible. You know, everything is possible, and I'm not even going to deny that there is a potential strong reason why we have put in our low already, and it's up from here. You know, I acknowledge that. Okay, primarily in my opinion, because, well, I guess primarily because you hit that CCV target. That's a major take profit on shorts, and also like we just saw people long that as well. So, is it possible we put in the low about an hour ago? Of course, absolutely. I totally think it's possible that we put in the low. You might think, why are you still holding on to your short then? Well, kind of just because I can, just because I kind of want it. I've hit take profit on it, and I'm holding on to the rest of it, if I'm totally honest with you, until it hits my stop loss, and then I'll be out of that trade. So that's kind of how I'm going to approach that. Let me see. I kind of want to do this one talking to some people and say hello. Better without the hat. Better without the hat. Yeah, different without the hat, no. Hello, hello, hello. Smash the likes. Hello, Andrew Davison. Smash the likes. Make noise for the algorithm. M pattern on 4 hour. Cool. Hello. Top of the morning. Hello, mates. Top of the afternoon to you too. Yeah, Twitter I think went on like a massive suspension. I think that I got suspended on Twitter literally just for posting trading videos, and they would I suppose they would class too closely as financial advice because I didn't give disclaimers back then sufficiently well enough, I suppose. So yeah, I've obviously learned to very much give you disclaimers of no financial advice. Of course, in this video, there's no financial advice. Otherwise, you get banned or sued. You all heard of the stories of how chart champions got sued. Like, we literally got sued. But the thing is, these people do not win these people don't win their suits against us. But still, people try. People try. But yeah, that was pretty funny. Just like you got to deal with. No, you got to deal with these sort of things. A bit, yeah. There you go. Shane Wedlock made $4,000 today. Well done, mate. Well done, my friend. I have still got the hat. Still got it. Let's look at some alts here. I will cover XRP for you. I've actually been trading XRP, you know. I'm trading XRP USD personally. Trading it per se, like I'm just holding it on spot. Obviously, this is the good thing I like about Bybit, that you can exchange your assets. So you can exchange Bitcoin to EOS or Bitcoin to Ethereum or Bitcoin to XRP. And so I did exchange some of my Bitcoin to XRP. Just a small percentage, but nevertheless enough to make a few thousands. So you know, what I'm looking at here is just, is there a reason to close? Oh, no, I don't really think so. In my opinion, no, not really a massive reason to close this. Although you have to remember, I'm not leveraged at all on XRP, yeah? So you have to remember, on Bybit, you have the option, I think, of times 50 leverage if you want to on Bybit. But I'm literally just holding the underlying asset. So I just literally converted to hold XRP just because I viewed it was stronger than Bitcoin. And so I would switch between the assets, not 100%, of course, but a certain percentage of the portfolio. For example, I'm holding a percentage of Ethereum right now. I'll show you, actually. Bybit. I will log in. I like the new... This is the problem, you know. Actually, I can't really do it on the computer because it's a little bit annoying. I can do it on my phone, though, at the moment. Let me see. I'm not sure how you export this. Well, they got this new interface on the Bybit web app. Let me just log in. I will log in a second. Bear with me a second. I'm just going to log into my Bybit. And I'm going to show you like how I've allocated the assets, because I think it's pretty interesting. Ugh, come on, come on. I'm just logging in. Bear with me a minute. Log in. Oh, 1 second. Ah, come on. Right, I'm in. Yes, I want to show you this, which I think is really cool. This uploads. Come on. We need to wait for this image to upload. You watch it not upload. I hate it. Sometimes this program just doesn't actually upload. I'll just read it out. 71% Bitcoin, 12% Tether, 13% Ethereum, 2.7% XRP, and 0.28% EOS. Oh, there you go. It worked. You can upload it. Easier to show you visually now. Although I can't hover over. This is the allocation. So you basically can move around your assets. So I converted some Bitcoin into XRP. Again, just a small percentage. But I also converted some into Ethereum because I recognized Ethereum, well, is stronger than Bitcoin right now. No, it's up like 3.4%. So Ethereum is a really good asset to hold. So I converted some of my Bitcoin into Ethereum. I converted some of my Bitcoin into Tether because I'm currently trading Tezos and DOT. Yeah, I'm currently trading Tezos and polkadot on the Tether pairs. So I need to hold some Tether for that. I'm trading a bit of Bitcoin as well on this. And EOS, I just converted a very, 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 very small amount just to have some exposure to it. And XRP, again, a little percentage. You have to remember, this is still, we're still talking about quite a lot of money, but it's, yeah, I'm just holding it on the spot. And look at this, Ethereum heading up to that daily. But this is basically, so you know, why would you convert around your assets, or why would you do this? Because basically, if you think something's going to be stronger than Bitcoin, yeah, it makes more sense to hold a little bit of Ethereum if it's going to be outperforming Bitcoin, no? This is the new interface on Bybit. I really, really like it. I wish I could like load it up on the screen and show you, but I can't. And yeah, they've basically done a full revamp of the assets page, and I think it looks really beautiful. I think the user interface already looked good, and now it looks even better. But that's how I got those assets spread out. Look at this, people showing love to the Twitter. I need to think of like a comeback tweet. I want to do like a comeback tweet. But yeah, look at this, Ethereum heading right up to that day, that weekly. And XRP, where were we going? Again, so yeah, I'm obviously looking at this on the USD pair on Bybit. That's what I was saying. And I'm still don't want to convert out of it yet because I still think it's got a, you know, there's no reason yet to close out of it. Obviously, you have $1. Really, really, really important support now, I would say. So $1 XRP should be big support. And surprise, surprise, this is the thing, like when you look at these pairs, it looks exactly the same as Bitcoin. So you can pretty much say whichever way Bitcoin breaks, XRP is probably going to do the exact same. Okay, it's forming a very, 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 very similar pattern to Bitcoin. Both of them on these triangles, though. So they are extremely similar. So the likelihood is, whichever way Bitcoin breaks, XRP will follow. Okay, so it's very, 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 very likely. Because more or less, the majority of the USD pairs, obviously they're very correlated to Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm thinking whichever way Bitcoin breaks, XRP is likely to follow. And I would argue XRP looks a little bit stronger locally, and we could maybe expect this on the Bitcoin pair to move up another 10%. So I suppose XRP USD, if we could get another move to around, yeah, moving back up to break out of this. I don't think it's going to move 24%. But if we could get another retest of around $1.50, that'd be really, really, really good. I'd probably then take a little bit off of it and convert it back to Bitcoin, to be honest with you. But if we could get a move to 150, I'd be very happy with that. Then wait and see what happens, because I suppose we're going to have a bit of resistance then. Yeah, $1.60. $1.50, $1.60. Looks like pretty nice resistance on XRP. For a take profit, I wouldn't short it. I don't really short XRP, yeah, but I would look to take profits there, or convert a little bit back to Bitcoin, basically. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at here. So that's XRP. Ethereum. Well, I think Ethereum looks pretty simple. I think this is coming to the weekly. Put it back onto this. I think we're gonna hit the weekly. We still need another 8%. You know, I was talking about this one when it started to break up here. Yeah, it started to, like, when it was starting to break up here is when I thought actually this does have a bit more strength. We obviously come back into that monthly. You know, these are not new levels. We come back into that monthly. You got, you know, a few rejections off the monthly. Really got above it. Heading back up to the weekly. Again, I'm not really. Actually, I do hold a leverage position on Ethereum, but yeah, I actually do hold a leverage position on ETHUSD, which is from ages ago. I just love paying the funding. What can I say? And yeah, this looks good for another 0.8%, I suppose. If it clears that, oh my god, wow, it's going to be really, really bullish. Yeah, that's going to be really, really, really bullish actually for Ethereum. Oh, man, it's crazy, but you could see that 100% move to the upside again, no? You know, the question is, would that drag Bitcoin up? I guess that's to be decided, but Ethereum looks really, really, really bullish. Of course, you're at weekly resistance again, so you don't want to get like too excited while you're below it. But yeah, wow. This is why I'm personally happy to hold some Ethereum. And this is just holding it on the exchange. I'm also leveraged long on Ethereum. I think my average entry is now like 1,300. So obviously a really amazing entry. But yeah, that would actually be really, really, really good. We could see a potential 100% move to the upside, and I wouldn't even be surprised. The thing is, obviously it went like stablecoin. It went like stablecoin central for nearly over a month. Like Ethereum was the most boringest thing in the world, and even I got totally bored of Ethereum. Yeah, even I was totally bored of it, and yeah, it started to really show some strength once it got back above the daily, and then really for me, I got interested in it when it started to break up here. This was when I converted back into it, because for me this was I was just bored by it. I still no opportunities, which I knew we were at the CC support, but I didn't have any I wasn't looking to accumulate Ethereum. You know, we had another move back up above the daily. This kind of spiked my interest a little bit, but it's really when we started to break up in this section, I thought, I think Ethereum's coming back to life. It's broke up from the CC, and now it's breaking up from this second consolidation period. Yeah, I kind of just had a feeling that Ethereum was going to be bullish, and now I think there's a really high potential of another 100% move to the upsides. As long as we can break above and hold that weekly, I think Ethereum looks good. Hence why I am happy to hold nearly 15% of my portfolio on one account, of course. Let me tell you, was that 15%? 13% of my portfolio in Ethereum, and I am also in a leverage long on this as well. So I think Ethereum is pretty nice in that regards. I wouldn't short it, and I wouldn't short XRP. I think both of them are pretty good. The other one I've been trading recently is DOT. Okay, again, this is on Bybit. I'm trading it against the Tether pair. I actually got into a long on this one. It's pretty much still at entry, but I got into a long on this one at $34. And I actually would buy DOT all the way. I would buy DOT lower. I would probably buy it to around $28 for like a medium term play. Try and trade it back up to around $40. Maybe $39. So if I can buy this $28 to $33 and sell it at $39, that gives me an average entry of about $30, and I trade it for about 27% gains. So that's what I'm looking to do. It's kind of a medium term play. Of course, I'm trading it leveraged as well. So I am paying funding on this, but I don't envision to pay like 20% worth of funding. Hopefully not. Otherwise I won't make any gains. So yeah, that's my thought. That's how I'm trading DOT. That's how I'm trading XRP. That's how I'm trading Ethereum. And Bitcoin, I'm in a short currently. See how this breaks. You can look at it like this. This is just the line chart, yeah? Just the line chart. Is there anything else that I said I'd look at? I don't think there was anything else that I really said I would look at. I suppose if you're here for the technical analysis portion of the video, it's basically over. I might just stay on like and chill. But for the technical analysis, if you're only here for this, then I think it's over. Yeah, my real takeaway points were I think Ethereum looks really good if we can reclaim this weekly. Obviously got to be a take profit on longs though. Until it's cleared. You can obviously compound if it does that. I think I'm still in Litecoin, which is obviously again on the tether pair leveraged. I'm still in Litecoin. I hold Ethereum. I hold XRP. I'm leveraged long on DOT. I'm leveraged long. So I'm leveraged long on Ethereum, DOT, Litecoin. I'm holding XRP. I'm obviously holding a few of those alts. And currently Bitcoin I'm short. So that's how I'm currently playing this. Again though, I have hit the take profit, a pretty nice take profit on the CCV setup, which was obviously what are other people doing right now. Yeah, there you go. Quite a lot of people long that CCV setup. Already have the stop loss in profits. 5% profits. Entry. Stop loss at entry. That's the life to be now. Lemon. Also with the 57k short. Also with the long off of the CCV setup. Pretty much everybody. I didn't actually long the CCV. I should have longed it. I didn't long it. I took my profits on the short. But I didn't long the CCV setup. I probably should have, to be honest. Oh well. I'll live. This is the one I'm in right now. Look at this. EXO on the 65-inch screen. Always crushing the charts thanks to Chart Champions. Obviously, this is my short and chill right now. That was taken from $57,000. And then I compounded this when we lost $56,000. Because at the time, $56,000 for me was a really important support. So when we lost 56, I decided to compound it. And, well, obviously hit to take profit on the CCV target. Un par de botellas. So yeah, that's my game plan right now. I hope that was interesting. And I kind of want to just like talk about some things, see how people are doing, just chill out a little bit. If we get a major move on any of these things, of course, we can be here and look at it. Specifically, the things I'm going to be looking at is Ethereum, if it hits this weekly. Bitcoin, if we can backtest 56k or 53k. XRP, if we hit into 1.4 or 1.2. Litecoin, well, Litecoin, I'm not going to be actively trading. Litecoin's quite a medium-term trade for me. I'm not really going to be managing this too much. And I'd buy some more DOT if we can hit 28. And I'm not going to take profits until we hit 39, to be honest with you. So those are like my game plans. And now it's just a waiting game, yeah? I think loads of people in trading, they always want to be in a trade. They always want to be trading. And like some of the time, you literally just have to get into your original trades and just like be really, really okay with the fact that you're just being patient and waiting. Like I'm so comfortable doing nothing right now because I have my trades. Yeah, I have my trades. And I feel that I'm in pretty nice positions. And now I just really have to let it run. Okay, I just have to give the trades and the setups time. Because I think, you know, judging from like what I read in the chats, what I read and, you know, how I used to trade, I think you can be so much of the time, like get into a really nice trade and then like close it really quickly because you're like, you start second guessing yourself, you start doubting yourself, you start doing X, Y, and Z, and you end up closing the trade way too early. And so I think you just have to become really, I guess it all comes down to confidence, maybe. You just have that just, I'm not sure whether it's confidence. Is that the right word? I guess it is, yeah. Like the confidence that that setup is going to play out. Because I guess why do people close out their trades early? Well, they lose confidence in the setup and they think, oh, it's not going to work anymore. Whereas I'm just going to be like, hey, I have confidence in these ones. I'm not going to overmanage this. I've managed it as much as I need to. I don't really need to do anymore, you know. So yeah, that's my thought process and why I don't want to really manage it more than I need to. Again, I want to emphasize, I do feel there's a possibility that I get stopped out that short, but the thing is, for me, it's absolutely fine because of the fact it's here to take profit and I can just get out of it. I'm really happy if I get, I'm not happy about this space, but I'm really comfortable getting stopped out that short. I also hold a lot of longs on altcoins, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, so that's the technical analysis portion. I actually had some really interesting things to talk, well, interesting for me and maybe interesting for the community. Well, I wanted to like go back and forth with you, and like, it's really hard to go back and forth, of course, over over the chat box. But what I wanted to go back and forth with you is because I'm sure many of you know, like I've been looking to move out of the UK now for a little while, primarily for personal reasons, to be honest with you. Personal reasons. I just felt it was time, you know, to make a change. And yeah, I've been looking to move out, and I've spoken to a lot of different, you know, tax advisors, planning, you know, doing a lot of planning about this. And yeah, for me, it was like, I just really wanted to connect with you watching this and like get your opinions. What do you think? Should you have any like urgent technical analysis things, let me know. But for the time being, while we're just monitoring this, I'll talk you through like the situation, because I don't know how many of you are like interested in like where you're going to move, where you're going to live. I think for me, like a few things are really important when it comes to trying to decide a country where you want to live. For me, number one reason, obviously, I think there's a few factors. Firstly, you want somewhere that's safe now. You want somewhere relatively safe, somewhere relatively, you know, good healthcare, somewhere that you are able to go out and meet people, have a nice lifestyle. No, I think obviously, so I suppose number one reason when deciding a country is lifestyle. And obviously, a lot of people have different lifestyles. That's why no one's ever going to decide on the same country. But for me, it was lifestyle. Also, for a certain extent, it was taxes. Thirdly, it was access to international travel. So I like to, when coronavirus isn't around, I like to travel. So I wanted a good place with a good airport. If I become a citizen and get a passport, would like them to have a good passport. And you know, those for me were the three primary factors. And wow, I've been speaking with a few different advisors, and you know, we've been going pretty heavily on this for about a month now, of like trying to decide what am I going to do. And because I wrote this in the group earlier, like when it comes to trading, I have no emotions. Like I can enter my long, enter my short, and just have completely okay with my decision that I've made. And it's like, okay, I'll take this long. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. I'll take this short. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. So it's like, I'm totally non-emotional when it comes to my trading. But when it comes to like my decision making in real life, I suppose it's only normal. But like, wow, I didn't realize like how emotionally attached I was to making these decisions. It's really, 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 really difficult. And like, I think I really annoyed my tax man, because I was like, right, I'm going to go here. And then like the next day I'm like, no, actually cancel that. I don't want to go there anymore. Can you research this place? He researches another place. I'm like, actually, I don't want to go there anymore. I think I really annoyed him. but I pay for his time, so he has to deal with it. But it's just like, yeah, originally, well, I was originally thinking Portugal. Well, some of the options, if you are interested, like in terms of like good tax places, you got Malaysia, you got like Singapore, Hong Kong, obviously a lot of different Caribbean islands. Portugal potentially requires a lot of tax planning. Panama, obviously Monaco. You know, you can do it in some other places such as like the Tenerife, Malta, Cyprus. You can do it with planning. So you could do these different places, but you know, some of them are very simple. Like Dubai would be very, very, very simple. Just go and live there for 6 months of the year. You know, a lot of them, some of them require a little bit more planning. And I thought to myself, you know, what are the two simplest options in the world of where you can just go live tax-free? That is Dubai, and that is the Cayman Islands. Okay, of the countries that I decided where I would potentially be okay with living. So we came down to either living in Dubai or living in the Cayman Islands. And I was, if you're in a champion member, you will also know I asked countless questions in the group about people's opinions on Dubai, people's opinions on the Cayman Islands. And kind of I made my decision that I wasn't that interested in Dubai simply for the fact, a few different personal reasons, but I kind of ruled out Dubai in the end. And so I was left with the Cayman Islands. And I've been, it's pretty funny because we had it pretty much like set in stone that I was going to move my, you know, I am a director of a few different businesses. So I was going to move my businesses to the Cayman Islands, my personal status to the Cayman Islands, my residency to the Cayman Islands, and just become like a full-fledged Cayman Islander. Is that the right word? Cayman Islander? I don't know. And then literally I had a phone call this morning with my advisor again, and I was like, you know what, I've been thinking about it, and I'm not really sure actually anymore I want to live in the Cayman Islands. They were like, really? We've just spent so much time planning all this out. You know, they have to get the real estate sorted, they have to get all the residency sorted, they have to get all the planning sub companies X, Y, and Z that they were going to set up. Like, man, we just done nearly 2 weeks of work about this. And I was like, sorry, I've kind of changed my mind. I don't really want to live in the Cayman Islands. And the thing is, I was thinking about it really, really, really hard. And I just had like this thought that was like, I was only going to spend 6 months of the year in the Cayman, yeah? So 6 months of the year is enough to be resident. So I was going to spend 6 months in the Cayman Islands, a few months in the UK, a few months in like Colombia, Mexico, etc. A little bit dotted out. And it really come down to like 6 months of the year in the Cayman Island. Can I do that? Man, the advantage of the Cayman Island is you're in an island, Caribbean, beautiful. But the downside of it is for the next 5 to 7 years, I'm going to be spending half my year in the Cayman Islands. And the downside that I saw is that it's going to be really boring. And you know, it's kind of weird. Like, I can be really introverted, but I can happily just spend all day on the computer and just like live in my own bubble. To be honest, like I'm really comfortable spending time on my own. Like, I don't really need per se like other people to be entertained or whatever you want to call it. Like, I'm really comfortable just being alone in that regards. But at the same time, I really, really, really like having the option of just phoning someone. Hey, you want to go out and do something? Hey, you want to go, I don't know, hiking? You want to go for a party? You know, I like having those options in the UK. And I was thinking to myself, if I'm in the Cayman Islands, I cannot just go and hike a mountain. I cannot just go and have a party per se with people, because the problem in the Cayman Islands is a very close, it's kind of well, firstly, the population, what we're talking about, 60,000 population in the whole of the island. A lot of these people are coming and going. And secondly, you know, it's kind of, you know, the population is a little bit older now. So there's not many people my age that are living in the Caymans. There obviously are some, but the majority of the population is people that are retired now. So I just was thinking about it for a few days, and I was like, man, can I spend half my year and kind of feel as if I'm going to be really, really, really bored? I kind of come to the decision of, I don't really think I can do this. Of course, yeah, I'm going to make you know, living in the Cayman Islands, it's going to be very, very, very beneficial monetary wise, because you obviously pay absolutely no tax. But at the end of the day, I was thinking, you know, what's really more important? Is it the tax, or is it actually having fun and living? And I come to the decision, I don't really think it's worth it. You know, for me, it just wasn't really worth it in the end of choosing Cayman Islands. So I spoke to my tax guy today of okay, I want to change it again. What can I do? And he was like, okay, you could do like an alternative method where you can spend 5 months in one place, 5 months in another place, 2 months in another place, 12 months, and you need to make the decision. I was like, okay. And then you can do this very nice in tax here. Again, no tax advice. I'm not giving tax advice in this video. I need to be very clear. I'm giving no advice at all, because I hate the people that try and sue. I'm giving no advice. I'm just speaking, yeah, just speaking of personal things. No advice, of course. But yeah, it ended with I'm thinking of doing 5 months in Mexico, because I love Mexico. Yeah, I don't. If you've been to Mexico, like, I think it's just amazing. You got really nice people, you got really nice food, you got really nice beaches, you got mountains, you got pyramids, you got the weather, you got the music, you got international travel. It's kind of like, in my opinion, a really, really, really great place. And I know people are like, oh, Mexico's a little bit dangerous, but I'm so, like, Mexico's not dangerous. Like, if you know the right places to go. Of course, if you go to like certain parts of Mexico City, then it might be a bit dangerous. But if you like, you know, if you're a bit sensible, then yeah, Mexico isn't really not dangerous. And I say that, and the UK for me is more dangerous. Yeah, the United Kingdom is more dangerous than Mexico. So yeah, and so I was thinking 5 months in Mexico, 2 months in the UK, because obviously I'd like to come back to the UK, see friends and family, and then 5 months of the year I have to decide where am I going to spend those other 5 months. And that's what I was thinking, like, I want to connect with people here and see where do you think. I'm just really interested in, like, what countries would you pick? And then I'm like, I need to, like, think. I'm fairly certain I'm gonna do 5 months in Mexico. I'm gonna do 2 months in the UK. So I need like 5 months of the year to spend in another location. So I'm very interested to what people think. Amen. Amen, Doltex. Las Latinas. Obviously, very, very nice thing about Mexico. For me, I'm just not interested in Monaco. It's another country. Like, Monaco is kind of like the Caymans, but even worse. It's even smaller than the Cayman Island. So yeah, Monaco for me is just way too small. I'd get really, really bored. Oh yeah, the bot is a little bit annoying for some people, I think. Yeah, Switzerland for me a bit cold. Yeah, Portugal I'm interested in. Portugal I'm kind of interested in, you know. Vietnam. Yeah, I think, like, for Asia, Asian countries, I would go there on holiday rather than spending 5 months there, just because I don't speak the language. Yeah, I'm like more of a Caribbean fan, I think, or EU fan than Asia. I like Asia for holidays, but I don't think I could live in Asia. Yeah, I went to Thailand, and you know, I love Thailand, yeah, but it's just I couldn't live in Thailand. I can go there on holidays, but I couldn't live there. Bahamas, again, I couldn't spend so much time in Bahamas. I kind of like really want things to do, and Bahamas is, well, I guess it's bigger than the Cayman Island, no? But I don't know. There's just not that draw to, like, these island places, I don't think. Cuba. No, I think, yeah, no, I like Cuba as well, but I wouldn't want to live in Cuba. Yeah, Singapore is decent, but again, I kind of don't want it. Yeah, the Canary Islands. I think the Canary Islands are a really good option, actually. I was thinking about Canary Islands. I'm thinking like Portugal, maybe, yeah, Canary Islands, one of them. I think Portugal is a really nice option. Yeah, of course, lots of people in crypto go to Dubai because there's no taxes. That's obviously the reason why people go to Dubai. No tax. Yes, it kind of has to be. Well, you could split it up, but for me, I don't want to be moving around loads. Like I kind of like having this base home. So I would buy a property in Mexico and in this other country. Like I don't want to be living in a hotel, and I would not rent out my property either. I would just keep it empty when I'm not there. So then that way, you know, if you ever go there, you can just instantly go in and just go into your house. I don't want to be messing around. And this is why I was debating Colombia. Colombia is really good, yeah. You can buy a property in Colombia, 150,000 US dollars or more, spend 1 day a year there, and you can get a residency. I believe it was 5 years, they told me. So that's pretty interesting, I thought. But I love Colombia anyway. Yeah, I might get a boat, to be honest. If I was like living in Mexico, I probably would get a boat, to be honest with you. Dubai ticks all the boxes, but personally, I just think Dubai is a little bit. I understand why loads of people love Dubai, but Dubai also is very. I personally, this is kind of why I was a little bit drew away from Cayman Islands as well, because they're very similar, no. And I personally, it's obviously really weird because obviously I care about money and I like having money, no. But at the same time, it's like, I don't like this, what's the right word? Like, you know, living in a place like Mexico, you meet all walks of life. Yeah, there's really big diversity. Whereas I think that the downside of like Dubai and the downside of the Cayman Islands is because, of course, there's poverty in those places. I understand that. It's not like everybody's rich, but the majority of people that you're going to meet on a daily basis, like everyone you meet's a millionaire. So it's just like everybody, of course, you can be rich and not focused on money as well. Oh, somebody's at my door. I'm going to be right back a second. Someone's just knocked. I think it's probably the postman. Either that or I'm going to get shot. Be right back. I'll be literally 2 minutes, yeah? I swear, I always forget I'm on mute. Yeah, what I was saying is, yeah, for me, the drawback of these countries are just like everyone's so focused on the money, yeah, so focused on the money, and I understand that, and obviously, like, it's not like I'm trying to say I don't care about money or anything, but it's just like, for me, like the type of people that I want to meet are not like the people like, I know it's really, really, really hard to explain, and I understand there's going to be a bit of like confusion, but I don't know, like for me, I don't really like to be so focused on money. Although I know that it's really confusing because like my whole job is focused around money. I'm talking about money all day. But this is like the thing. Like I suppose it's because my whole job revolves around money. Like in my free time and personal life, I don't want to be I don't know, like, you understand what I'm, and you understand what I'm talking about, like, why I wouldn't want to live in like a Dubai or a Cayman Islands in that regards, because like, it's just like the people are so obsessed with, everyone's millionaires, and it's just like, yeah, I don't know how to describe it really. It's something that I understand myself, but it's something that I find really hard to say. I'm also always really conscious of people that only become your friends because of money, and I really don't like it. And so I think, yeah, I don't know. I'm a bit conscious of people that they like you because you have money, and it's like, I feel like in like in certain places that this is just like the norm, and everybody's like these fake people. And I don't know, like you go to Colombia, you go to Mexico, like everybody's real. And I don't know, I'm not trying to be like, obviously I'm stereotyping, and I don't mean to offend anyone. It's just like, this is just my perception of, I suppose, I'm not trying to offend people. It's like, it's just, I don't know, this is just kind of the way I want to live in a place, I think, where I can go out and I don't have to impress people, and it's just like, you be yourself. And yeah, I don't know, it's really hard for me to describe. Yeah, so let's see what people are saying. I saw somebody give a donation. I'm not sure why they've all removed. Some people donated, and I thought it was going to save the comments so I could go back and read what they were saying when I had finished. That's a bit annoying. Not sure how you meant to go back and view the old donations, because I noticed it in the corner of my eye that there were 2 people that donated, and I thought I'll read out their question. That's a bit annoying why it's gone. Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry. I literally was gonna go do your questions, but as you can see, it's disappeared. So I'm sorry about that. Yeah, I am sorry about it. Let's just see what Bitcoin's doing. Bitcoin's still doing nothing. Litecoin, nothing. Dot, nothing. XRP, nothing. Everything is really doing nothing. Cool. And this is why we chill. Oh my, you see this? Nearly 20 million new shorts opened at the very low of the move. This is why you don't panic sell. This is why you don't panic sell when you've already moved down nearly 5%. Like, people shorting at $54,000. It's just like, blows my mind. It really does. So you literally hit the very low. You get 20 million like panic sell, panic short, and then you get the move up to 58k. You have to laugh. You do have to laugh. And again, they're getting liquidated. It's just like, who opens 20 million shorts at support? Yeah, who does that? I guess someone that don't know what they're doing. But yeah, that's crazy. Oh man, I'm really check out Bigness Code. Yeah, sorry, I thought I'm sure there was a donation from somebody that was like a legit question. I don't really do these sort of requests. I don't even know what this thing is. So yeah, I really honestly, mate, I don't even know what Bigness token is. Yeah. Just leave England. Bad weather, average foods, high taxes, tap water smells like glory. Man, there's a few reasons why I want to leave the UK, to be honest with you. Reason, yeah, to be honest, I suppose I'm going to say reason number one, primarily the weather. I'm kind of just don't really like this is why I'd spend 3 months in the UK, and I'd spend like the summer in the UK, June, July, August, the summer of the summer of England. But really, it's like the weather. I also don't like the food very much of England. It's a bit meh. Also, like I've talked about this before, like I had I had my really close family in England, and some of my closest family have passed away, so I feel in that regards. Obviously, I still have like close family in the UK, like I still have my mum and brother, but it's like they are really comfortable if they might even join me. So it's like I just don't feel like the ties anymore that I used to have, a few years ago. I just don't feel I have those ties here anymore. And then for it's like not really a massive reason, but also the reason that and I know that this would happen wherever I go, and like this is the downside for me of having you have to remember, like I love having chart champions, and I love like the community, and I love there's so many pluses of having like a really nice community, yeah. But one of the only major downsides that I can see is this level of the downside of having a big community is that you get crazy people in the world. And so like with all the death threats, it forced me to hire like a security. And so I know a lot of people know, because we've been like doxed and it's very easy to get hold of, like people know my addresses, my family's addresses. And so I don't really like that very much, if I'm honest with you, like being here in England. Of course, I can just move to a new house. But it's like, yeah, I don't know. Like, and I know that when I go to Mexico, for example, someone's going to find out the address. But it's just like, yeah, I don't know. Just like this part of me is also like, yeah, just get out of England, because it's like really messed up. So many people are just like obsessed with where you live. It's like, I don't know. I don't like really that people know my addresses, and I don't like the fact that I have to have a security. I just feel really uncomfortable with it. So yeah, I don't really like it. So this was like another reason why I kind of wanted to leave the UK, but that was obviously not just a back reason. Also, security is not cheap. Security is not cheap if you get good security. Yeah, but yeah, it was pretty. That's like the big downside of having a community, that there are crazy people in the world that send death threats. And obviously the thing is, I'm pretty sure like nobody would ever follow through on the death threats. But you always want to have that level of backup just in case the crazy guy comes to your house, or just because in case the crazy guy goes to your mum's house, and like, yeah, it's it's really mad. But I don't think I'll do that in Mexico. I don't think that I'm gonna hire security there. Maybe I just live like in a gated community where it has like the standard security, but no. At the moment in England, I have like a bodyguard. Not that I really think it'd ever be used, but I just like having that security of thinking I have somebody out there that's going to protect me in case a crazy guy comes, and on some ways I like it, and on some ways I'm like, this is really, I hate having it, and I think it's so weird, and it's really uncomfortable for me to even like have it. But at the same time, it's like I feel as if it's just kind of needed. I don't know, it's really weird. Like, I don't think anything's going to happen, but at the same time, it's like, if you see some of the messages that we receive, it's crazy, yeah. It's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. There's that. 14 million coming in here. Maybe we're heading back up to, I guess, 56k, to be honest. Oh man, this is why I love this is the bad thing about it. You strike me as an arrogant this. Man, I really don't know how. Man, fair enough if you think to stay. I'll allow your comment. You're entitled to your opinions, But this is the thing. You should see some of the comments I receive, like on nearly a daily basis. And I don't even give it the time of day anymore. I don't like react to these things, but like nearly every day I'm receiving comments of like, I had a comment yesterday. It was like, I dreamt last night of killing you. And it's just like, what on earth? Like, some of the things that I get sent is just like people literally dream of killing me. It's like, what is this? All I do is talk about charts, and people legit seem to want to kill me. And I think that is like crazy to even like talk about, like, but it's real, you know, like, yeah, it's really weird. But the I guess we call it a bodyguard security team. Like, the guy that got is ex-military police, yeah, and that's a really hard person to get. So I think I have like one of the best. Ex-military police, done close, was in the close protection squad or something like this. Close, can't remember what he said. He was in some sort of unit. But ex-military police, you can't really get better than ex-military police. You could get SAS, but I think SAS and ex-military police are pretty similar. But it's crazy, man. It literally is crazy. Some of the things that we get every day. The thing is, people know our address, so it's like, if I was like really hidden and nobody knew my addresses and nobody knew anything, then I wouldn't bother with security. But because like people can find out all this really easy, yeah. Like, when it first happened, it's hard to sleep, because whenever you hear a noise, you're like, oh my god, someone's like going to come in and kill us. And it's really hard to like turn off, like shut down. I was just like, yeah, we need to get that sorted. So at least like having somebody around that you know is like literally fully protect you helps you sleep at night, which is crazy because all I do is talk about charts, but it helps you sleep at night, which is just so mad. Literally so mad. But yeah, there's that. That's it. Close protection unit. Yes. Ex-military police close protection unit. I'm pretty sure that's what you said. Anyway, that was that. Check the video I posted in CC General Chat. Says João. Is that a Portuguese name? Looks like Portuguese. Hiring security is your stop loss, mate. Better than safe and sorry. I agreed. You hope to never use it. You hope that they won't have to do anything. You hope nothing's going to happen. But agreed. It's a good. Just like having a stop loss. I love that. I love that analogy. It's just like having a stop loss. You hope you never really have to use it. Oh, I guess on stop losses you expect to use it. But it's just having that security of like, okay, I can go to sleep at night, and if price goes up, I get stopped out. If someone comes to my house, I have someone to at least protect me. Let me see the video. Ooh. Let me see this, man. That looks beautiful. Is that kayaking? Is that one of those standing surfboards? It looks like you're on a standing surf. I love the crystallized ocean, man. I love the ocean that looks like that. Portugal. It really looks like Portugal. Yeah, Portugal. I thought that port name was Portuguese. I can share some. Yeah. I'll hit you up, man, because yeah, I am very interested in Portugal. I was also thinking the Algarve. It's a nice area, no? Algarve. I've been to the Algarve before as well, and I really liked it. Excuse me. Yeah, Costa Rica is a pretty good tax place. I know Costa Rica is good. You have to spend quite a lot of time there, but obviously Costa Rica is really good for tax. Yeah. This is true. I think the people that hate us like literally are very jealous. But you know, that's just I also can't get a gun. I'm in England. We cannot have guns in England. You can have like BB guns, but the problem is if somebody tries to burgle your house and they have got a real gun illegally and you start shooting them with like a BB gun, you're going to get shot. Yeah. So it's not a good idea in England to carry a gun. I guess you can get a shotgun license, but I don't want to be doing any of that, man. Like, I couldn't do that. I just prefer to hire someone. I couldn't be shooting someone with a shotgun. Yes, the America is very bad for taxes. America is very. I honestly feel sorry for the people that are from the USA for the tax reasons. Man, they'll chase you wherever you go in the world unless you renounce your citizenship. They will chase you. Even if you move to like the Cayman, even if you move to Dubai, the USA would chase you. Pretty sad. Oh, I do ignore the comments. I have now built like this thick skin of somebody sends one of the comments. I just have to laugh at it. I just have to think, wow, what? I laugh at it, but at the same time, it's like you have to take them semi-seriously. Like everything gets reported to the police. I don't think anything's going to happen. I think they're trolls, but it's like we have to keep records of these things, you know, just in case. You know. But of course, I ignore them and I don't get affected by them. Whereas I used to get a little bit affected by it. But now it's like, I honestly couldn't care less personally. But it's like, you just got to be careful, you know? Yeah. Yeah, I think like the EU countries are fairly easy. Like the USA is the worst for tax because they will follow you wherever you go. And it's pretty hard to get out of it unless you renounce your citizenship. But like if you live in like Europe, Asia, all these places, it's a lot easier. Yes, Dubai is very safe. Yeah, Dubai is very, very, very safe. That is true. Dotex. Soy mexicano, Daniel. Nos vamos a las fiestas en México. Sí, señor. I'm thinking of Playa del Carmen. Playa del Carmen. No. I've been in Playa del Carmen and I love it. I absolutely love that. Like, really, really, really good. That's not true though, because Dubai has no taxes and they have an amazing economy. Cayman Islands have no taxes, personal or business, and they have a really strong economy. They're like the financial, one of the strongest financial economies. Obviously, they're linked to England or the UK, of course, but UK island. Isla Mujeres. I've heard of this. I have no idea, mate. Now you know what I don't really mind the trolling. Like I'm really happy. I love the banter. You know, for me it's like I'm really content with somebody giving banter like back and forth. Like I will banter somebody and someone will banter me back. I'm like absolutely. I love that sort of banter back and forth. Yeah, where like, oh man, your entry sucks. Like you're a rubbish trader. Like these sort of things are just who cares? Like it's funny, yeah. But like it just goes one step too far when the death threats come. That's when it like goes a step too far. But like I absolutely accept I'm gonna get loads of like banter and hate messages and things like this because like I am like really I guess you could call it annoying sometimes where I like will shove some of my entries in people's faces like look at this, I have one of the best entries that you can get, like, and I love that sort of you know, I call it like just being like really competitive and really like, you know, if you get an amazing entry, I'm gonna be like shoving it in your face like look at that entry, that is amazing, come on. Like I'm really happy about it. And some people of course in trading especially, because if I get an amazing entry, an amazing trade, somebody else is losing money. So of course, when I start saying, you know, bragging about a trade that I've made and the other person is on the losing end of the trade, naturally they're going to be like, oh man, I hate that guy so much. Of course, some people celebrate the wins and some people like to see others succeed. But a lot of people, especially if they're on the losing end of it, yeah, naturally they just start to hate. And I'm fine with that, you know, I'm fine with that. And I expect it, you know. It's just the death threats. The death threats are just like one step too far. Yeah, Brazil. I love Brazil. I did love Brazil. I really, 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 really do like it. Good, great place. Do whatever makes you happy. Money makes the world go round, but it doesn't bring you happiness. Everything is trial and error. So you do you and be happy. Loads of millions we get on life. Amen. Amen. 100%, man. The thing is, I'm probably not going to start a family for at least 5 years. So I don't really want to settle down at the moment. So this is like, well, I'm happy to like travel for like 5 years or so to, I'll probably like settle down in 5 years, I imagine. If you hire a guard in the UK and Mexico, you need to hire an army. Nah, but the thing is, I'm going to live a very low profile life. I'm not going to be showing any money. I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to live I want to live really low profile, you know? I don't want to live in like this. I know it's really hard to live low profile when you have a, you know, an online interest, you know, an online business, I suppose. But I'm going to live as low profile as possible, especially when I'm there. Like you'll see me and you won't have a clue how much money I have. So I think in that regards, I'm going to try and play it very safe. But maybe I will have to have security. I don't know. I hope not. I don't really like having it. Yeah. I love Italy. Italy is beautiful. Italy is very, very, very beautiful. Yeah, this was a bit of a different stream than normal, no? Yeah, I still think Ethereum's going to move up again here. 1%. I still think ETH moves up. Man, Malaysia is a really, really, really good option. If you like Asia, Malaysia is a brilliant option for many traders. And it's very, very much overlooked. But yeah, if you like Asia and you're a trader, you can live very, very, very well in Malaysia or Singapore. Yeah, of course. So yeah, I think if for Asian places, Singapore is very good. Georgia is very good. Malaysia, of course. I think then if you like the Caribbean, obviously your islands are the best, but this is the thing for me, they're very boring. You know, they're okay for a weekend, but I wouldn't want to spend half the year in the Caymans. What do I think of algo? Yeah, I'm holding algo. Yeah, so I'm like holding this for the medium term. I think algo is really, really, really good. And the thing is, I'm happy to hold this for like 5 years. Honestly, I'm not even joking. I will hold algo for a few years at least. I am in no rush to sell this. I'm staking my algo, so I'm literally earning 5% a year. I think the downside is relatively small for the potential upside. Yeah, I'm bullish on this. If this ever went to all-time highs, man, I would be very, very happy. So yeah, my opinion on algo is short term, man. I'm not even thinking about this over the next year. I literally have a very long term plan on algo. I'm not kidding. I will hold this in 5 years time still. I have a very long term outlook on this. I'm not even trading algo per se. Like I'm just holding it. So of course I'll buy more on dips and stuff, but I am very much holding this for 5 years, to be honest with you. So that's my thoughts on algo. I'm happy to accumulate this, and I've literally got like a 5-year game plan on it. Oh my. We were looking at Doge the other day, no? And we literally said the next target would be 750. I'm so certain that we said that next target would be 750. 3618 now. Oh man, what were we? Oh, we're on dogs. Oh, what were we looking at the other day? I remember looking at this and we were like, the next target on Dogecoin is 750. Can't remember what we were looking at now. And if we break 750, we're looking at 1,000 sats. I remember saying it. But yeah, Dogecoin's crazy. Yeah. I think Dogecoin is massively crazy, man. Yeah, I think Dogecoin, literally, if it breaks above 750 sats again, I can see it going to 1,000 sats. And I think this is like mad. I'm really thinking that's mad, but... I really want to see 1,000 sat Dogecoin. Like, I really, really, really want to see it. I think it would be hilarious. There you go, Wade. You can have a second mention. Now you mentioned my money shot and said my name on live stream and shouted out, heck yeah, in my office like a little child, and everyone was staring at me. That made my day. Wade, you're a legend, man. Shout out to you. That's funny, man. Yeah. I mean, I've already spent a lot of time in Mexico, and I do like Mexico. Like, so I'm really happy to spend a lot of time there, to be honest. That's really good advice. What are the benefits of living in Tenerife? Not living in the UK is the most obvious one. That's so funny, man. Bitcoin is so choppy right now, no? Yeah. The thing is, I couldn't do like what sailing doesn't, when sailing doesn't, like live on a boat. I couldn't live on a boat. I just couldn't. I've never traded H-bar. Now, I'm not cashing out my crypto, to be honest with you. Thank you everybody for the follow over on Instagram and on Twitter. I was such a I am such a troll on Twitter. Man, this is probably why I got banned. Oh, we're back. And I've been to Cuba and I love Cuba. I think Cuba's amazing. Not sure I'd live in Cuba though. But for holidays, Cuba is amazing. Cuba is really, really, really good. Oh, come on. Airbnb slowly coming to that $50. Ooh. I just got to read this email a second. Let me just read this. Hello, Daniel. Thank you for the email. Man, I have some really, really, really good news. Because I asked them to look into it more, yeah. I just had an email back saying, again, I must stress this is not tax advice, but I've had an email back saying, for tax purposes, an individual is considered a resident when he establishes a place of abode, a home in Mexico. If the individual has a home in another country, the individual is a resident in a country where he has his center of vital interest. But if he also has multiple homes in another country, then they look at Mexican sourced income. An individual will be deemed tax resident of Mexico 50% or more. The thing is, this is really, really good for me because I also have no income coming from Mexico, and I do have several houses in another country, being the UK, and actually I have a few other countries as well at the moment. But obviously, that would be really, really good. So I don't have Mexico as the primary place of a person's professional activities, and like my business is class. I think this is really good. And my family are not going to relocate to Mexico then, I suppose. Oh, I'm very happy. Well, it looks like I might be going to Mexico for full time. Yeah, that's going to be pretty cool. I'm very happy about that, to be honest. You know, when I decided on Cayman Islands, I was just thinking, man, I think I'm going to be so bored in this island. And I don't think I'm going to be bored in Mexico. There's so much to do in Mexico. There's so much to do. I get to see the turtles now, the little turtles coming into the island. You want to see why I love Mexico so much? It's beautiful, man. Like, how can you not love Mexico? Mexico is literally so beautiful. Like I said here, doing what you like is freedom. Liking what you do is happiness. Amen. And look at this. Where is Mexico? I have so many good memories. Oh, man. Like, look at that beach. Oh, come on. That is... Yeah. And you see the little turtles coming up into the beach. And, like, you see hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of turtles. And it's like, oh, man, that's so cool. And there's just, like, so much to do in Mexico. Like, you got the pyramids, the beaches, the food. Oh, man. Yeah, literally, I love Mexico. I'm going to find out a picture of it. Sure, I have more pictures of Mexico. Oh, yeah, there. Can't really see the turtles here, but we had like turtles coming up on this beach. Anyway. Oh man, I think I might call it a day. You know, this is the thing. I'm like stuck in my house right now because I injured my foot, and I can hardly walk at the moment. I can walk. It's getting easier. I've been injured for just over 1 week, and it's getting easier. But it really sucks because I can't actually do anything right now. I'm like limping around everywhere. Like last week, I couldn't walk at all. Like today, it's obviously getting easier because it happened a week ago. But this is my thing that I love. Yeah, this is just water in a bottle. But this is amazing for the throat. Igor. Right, if any of you have a sore throat, get this. This is a miracle worker. This literally performs miracles, yeah? I recommend this to anybody. Like, I really recommend this. This costs like 10 quid. And if you have a sore throat, it is amazing. And it actually increases your vocal cords. And this is really, 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 really good. I recommend that for everybody. Everybody. You just put it in water and it like massages your throat. It's like a throat massaging therapy thing. And it's really, really, yeah, it's really, really, really good. And I recommend it to everybody. Yeah, you want the air to be bouncing off your cheeks. So you see my cheeks move a little bit. Yeah, you just blow into it, literally. Like, you just blow into this thing and it like massages the throat and it increases the strength of your throat. Man. You want to see that? This is, I'm not sure if you can read this. This is our laugh loudly. You know, this is really cliche now. Laugh loudly, accept difference, have hope, dream big, keep calm, listen more, be strong, don't worry, make time, push limits, do what you love. There we go. That is what you should do. Little words to live by, no? Laugh loudly. I don't really laugh loudly. Accept difference. I think it's very important to accept difference. I think loads of people in this world, There's lots of arguments about people, and I think if we just accept everybody's different, that's a good one to live by. No, have hope. Yeah, I suppose that's important. Dream big. Yes, dreaming big, having a goal, working towards it, very important. Keeping calm. Yeah, short and chill. Let's keep calm. Listen more. Yes, I suppose listening to people that are more knowledgeable than you, very good. Be strong. I don't really do this one. Don't worry. I don't really worry about anything. Make time. Have quite a lot of time. And push limits. Yes, push the limits and do what you love. Yes. Anyway, I think I'm going to wrap it up. Going very, very, yeah, different than normal. But that's kind of it. You know exactly what I'm doing. And, you know, I think I'll end with that final words of, there is not always a trade, yeah? There is not always a trade. Yeah, there's just not always a trade. So sometimes, like today, yeah, there's just yeah, there's just not always a trade, you know. Sometimes, some days you have one, some days you don't. I think today has been maybe 1 or 2 trades. The CCV setup, if you wanted a long for the CCV setup target, that was an acceptable trade. Yeah, and I think you just have to be really comfortable in waiting for your position to play. You know, waiting for that to play out. There's no you know, what am I even trying to say right now? I think what I'm trying to say is you have to be really comfortable to get into a position and let it run. Yeah. So, and that doesn't mean like 24 hours a day you need to be taking a trade. Like sometimes there is just no trade. And actually more often than not, there is no trade, then there is a trade. So you have to just like look for the next setup and then be really comfortable in waiting for that trade. Yeah. Like I really don't think there's been many trades over the last few days. You could have taken no trades over the last few days and we're at the exact same price as we were 2 days ago. So it's like, you know, there's been opportunities in this range and I have traded a few times, but at the end of the day, there's nothing major here. There's nothing major. So it's like sometimes no trade is the best trade. Wait for a bit of clarity. Wait for those, what we call high probability setups. Yeah, I think it all comes down to, yeah, just like doing that original. Like for me, it's a range. Yeah, so for me, it's a range. And so if it's not come to the lower high, like why would you be trying to trade? Of course, you can sculpt this, but I think at the moment we're very blessed in the regards of we have a really easily defined range / triangle. We can easily tell when this breaks. Okay, so we can easily see when this breaks. Doesn't mean it's going to get follow through. Of course, it doesn't mean it's going to get follow through, but at least you have a very good symmetrical triangle here. So I think like, yeah, if you've taken no trades over the last 48 hours, who cares? Like there hasn't been an amazing setup. So, well, actually, I kind of disagree. There has been amazing setups. Like there has been some really nice trades in this. But what I mean is like, you do not always need to be in a trade and you cannot be searching for a trade 24/7. It's like sometimes you just have to accept there is no trade. There is no setup. And I think like at the moment where we are, like you just got to remember that there's just certain places where you can't trade. Come on, Ethereum, we're very close to this weekly, another 0.5%. Still think it comes up a little bit more here. But yeah, you just have to remember that sometimes no trade is the best trade. Relax, chill. Yeah. So yeah, that's my final words really before I go into like a daydream. Yeah, there you go, everybody. I hope that you've enjoyed this bit of a different stream, but I guess it was more just like, I don't know, I just wanted to make a stream where I talk with people, say hello. Do I think Bitcoin will touch $60,000 today? No, I don't. I do not think it would. No, I don't think it's going to hit 60K today, to be honest with you. Do I cry when I lose? No. Yes, I break down in tears every single time. I get absolutely distraught from it. You know, I can't sleep. So rule number 1 is don't lose. So yeah, that's it. I'm going to say thank you ever so much, everyone. And have a good day ahead. Yeah. I'll catch you in the contenders live stream tonight if you're a contender or a champion. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4.5 hours. We got another live stream. If you want more, 4.5 hours. Obviously, this is not going to be a random live stream. It's a focused educational stream. This one today has been absolutely random. Really, really, really weird random. But hey, we had absolutely no trades going on. So I was like, why not? Why not? I got nothing to do in terms of the trading world. So yeah, hope you've had a good day. Hope you have a good day ahead, and thank you ever so much, everyone. Cheers and goodbye.